Hey guys, so welcome to my video, which would be day 4, November 6th of 100 days of weighing in.
Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And this is an Amberlynn Reid video. She, of course, is still doing her 100 days of weigh-in. By the way, I am doing that as well in my shorts. If you want to check it out, I'll put the playlist up at the top. But this video is actually not her latest. This is from earlier in the week, and I wanted to go over it, the parts I found interesting anyways. So I chopped it up, and we're going to go over all the things I want to address in it. It was called I Quit Keto, and about the TikTok I posted, weigh in day 4 to 5 vlog. Now, in her next video, you can see her weight is going up there. She does weigh in again, and she's actually up to 505 pounds. Guys, I don't know if this was coincidence, if she decided I'm going to start weighing myself and I am going to binge and I'm going to gain weight and I'm going to get a whole bunch of views. If that's the case, girl, your health, your life, your deathbed. Just saying. But first we're going to address the TikTok, which I also did do a video about, and I asked you guys to comment, would this be a normal behavior in a binge? Because she was crying, maybe, I don't know. I didn't zoom in to see if there were tears, with a sad song playing over it, eating a whole bunch of chocolate chip cookies. She was actually banned for that from TikTok, but they put, I guess she emailed them and said, listen, it wasn't done in a malicious way. So they put her TikTok back up. So let's hear what she has to say about that. Leave a like, leave a comment. Like I said, I like learning from you guys. And while you're there, subscribe.
This happened. I ate this whole thing. It's like 1,700 calories for that whole thing. I posted a TikTok actually last night. I was kind of just like depicting what I go through right before I binge. It's kind of emotional, but I just wanted to make people feel less alone because I know there's people out there who also struggle. And last night I felt really alone. I felt so alone. And I was like, I don't want no one else to feel that way.
Why is she smiling?
Because I know how hard this is and how scary and how overwhelming. So as you guys know, I was doing keto.
Okay, so she wanted to show herself in the moment, showing her eating disorder. A lot of you guys commented to me that no, when that happens, the last thing you want to do is show everyone because you feel ashamed, you feel guilt, you feel embarrassed by what you're doing. So the last thing you're going to do is pick up a camera and show people. Secondly, you're not going to be thinking about wanting to show people. All you're focused on is just eating and binging and sort of suppressing any feelings you have with the food. Also, so was it genuine or was it an depiction? Because I don't think she knows what depiction means. So depiction means it's a representative, like you represent it in a painting or drawing or some sort of art form. So was it art or was it real? I have a feeling it was just a troll, but that's just me. So now she talks about quitting keto. Let's get into that.
And in the beginning, I did enjoy it. So I was enjoying keto in the beginning, like the first week, I will say. And then I started noticing like I was just feeling super sick. Not in the sense of like keto flu, because I know exactly what that is. This was all about my gallbladder, which, oh boy, I knew wasn't a good idea. I always knew that keto was not a good idea if you have gallstones. When I was told to do keto, I was told to have very high fat. The lymphedema specialist said you need to do very low carb, below 50 grams, and you need to have a lot of fat, like 200 grams a day. I was not having anywhere near that when I was doing keto. I knew that would like tear me up pretty bad.
It is worth noting that she said she ate that whole pack of cookies. By the way, that would be about 75 grams of fat just in those cookies.
It just felt like the main source of food I was getting was protein and fat, which is what keto is. And it was making my gallbladder hurt really bad, and I was feeling really sick. And this is going to be TMI, so I'm just saying TMI. I started having like really bad, like greasy diarrhea, which is from my gallstones, and I haven't experienced that in a long time.
All right. So she had the poop slide, slippity slide out, I guess. Someone asked her in a previous video if she gets keto farts, and she's like, no, absolutely not. I do not get keto farts. Like, dainty girl doesn't. But now it comes out she was sharting all over the place, I guess.
Ended up calling my doctor, and thankfully I was able to speak to them because I needed like reassurance that it's going to be okay. I needed something, and there wasn't any, unfortunately. They said that I shouldn't do keto.
Okay, so she said she called her doctor. I'm guessing that was her primary doctor, the doctor she's dealing with that sent her to the CT scan for her lung, the whole lung saga. And she called, I don't know why she would call her doctor to say, I don't know. I'm just thinking if I were to call my doctor's office and say, I don't know what to do, guys. I just, this low potassium, low salt, low sodium, low phosphorus, high protein diet is just not working for me. What am I supposed to do? Nothing. Like, we'll follow up with the dietitian to see what we can do for you, but okay.
A lymphedema specialist telling me what diet to eat. I have my doctor telling me not to do that diet, and I have my psychologist from a binge eating disorder clinic telling me not to diet at all because I need to heal and I need to stop relapsing with this binge eating disorder. So I have 3 specialists, 1, 2, 3, who are all very freaking smart, intelligent, kind, patient. They truly care, and they all have their own, advice and what they think is right. And all of them say something different. I don't know what to do. Rarity, your butthole is in the camera. Just find it.
Okay, so I especially want to talk about this. I spoke about it as well with Life by Jen, unfortunately, RIP. If you have more than one health issue and you're going to different doctors, it's so important that they talk to each other and you actually form your healthcare team. So they could talk to each other, they could be on the same page with things, especially diet in Amberlynn Reid's case. Another thing I want to say is it is possible to be on more than one diet for health reasons. And when I say diet, I don't mean like diet in the conventional way of losing weight. I mean diet in the best way to keep you and your particular situation healthy. You need... There has to be a balance. So if you can't have this because of one condition and you can't have that because of another condition, there must be a middle ground somewhere, and you just have to find it. There are people that I go to clinic with that are celiac patients. So they have their diet for celiac disease as well as they have their renal diet. And they just have to find what works for them. And they find that out through the blood work and how well they're doing in that regards. Or tons of people are, of course, diabetic. So they'll have the diabetic diet as well as the renal diet. And the renal diet on its own is pretty restrictive. So you really have to work closely with your team and your dietitian to find that balance and what works for you. So her saying, I don't know what to do, I'm advising Amberlynn to get her health care providers on the same page, talking to each other.
Myself to be like, I want to listen to health professionals. You guys tell me to do so. I know I need to do so, but who? Which one?
Who let the diet out?
Because I don't know. I am so confused. Obviously, clearly, Ozempic and keto did not work because of gallstones. And it's like, my gallbladder doesn't have the option of being taken out yet because it has to be infected.
The way she words thing, it doesn't have an option. Like, is it voting? Yes or no?
Any doctor I've talked to, I've seen a surgeon, even my doctor now, 9 times out of 10, your gallbladder has to be running on very low. It has to be like very ineffective before they'll take it out. Plus my weight plays a big role in like why they aren't prompted to do surgery,
Okay, I like how she sort of threw in at the end there, oh, and maybe my weight's a factor that they won't take it out. I'm going to respectfully disagree with what Amber is saying here and how your gallbladder has to be, quote unquote, running on very low. That's not what I've experienced with family members here. And of course, I'm in a different health system. But if there are stones and it's causing pain, they take it out. Because they don't want it to be an emergency situation where you have to go to the ER and they have to scramble and take it out, the next day because it's causing pancreatitis or liver issues. I think that they are waiting solely because of the weight. I don't think it's because they're waiting for it to be infected or to be, what was the word she used? I don't know, running very low. I think it's all because of her weight and they don't want the risk to operate.
So it's just like a lot of different things.
But guys, that's it for me. I really want to address this and how hard it can be if you have more than one health issue to sort of get your healthcare team together, but it can be done. It can be done. She said keto clearly wasn't working for her, but she just decided to, I don't know, go to intuitive eating, and she's back up to 505 pounds. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.